Hey, it's Dr. Jenny Cristerna, the lead psychological surgeon right here at International High Achievers, and I'm taking a break in between surgeries, and so I'm just kind of getting grounded out in our little grass area. So a couple of people reached out to me just to explain cognitive dissonance a little more, or just like a separate video, which is I'm happy to do. So basically, the shorthand version of cognitive dissonance is when the image you have of yourself in your head, who you believe yourself to be, is different from how you behave, right? So I live in Jennytown, like everybody has a town. So just put your name in front of the word town, and then that is your self-image, right? Jennytown. And then, who you imagine yourself to be. So if you took a piece of paper and you wrote out, this is how I see myself. This is who I believe I am. Kind, compassionate, generous, loving, or maybe you're very objective or firm or whatever. Write those things down and then look at your behaviors. Do your behaviors support that? Now, that doesn't mean you don't have boundaries or anything like that. It just means, is who I say and believe I am, is that supported by my behavior? So if you looked at my behavior, would you conclude that I am this type of person? Okay, so I'll give you an example. Most people who know me, which, a lot of people know me, but the people who know me, I generally have I'm very patient. I have a high tolerance level for like BS, like, So by the time, if I've ever said to somebody, I don't talk to that person, I do not mess with that person, like, no, that person, I'm done with them, whatever. The first question most people will ask is, what did that person do, right? Because my behavior is aligned with how I try to live my life, how I perceive myself, okay? So I wouldn't be dissonant in that. I would be pretty consistent, right? So that would be congruent. And so dissonance is when the image we have in our head doesn't match up with our behaviors, or our behaviors don't support the image that we have of who we are. So if you think you're one way, but most people experience you as something very different, then you may want to look at that. And this came up in the context of the video that I did about narcissistic traits, right? The narcissistic trait heavy person, they experience themselves one way, but other people experience them very differently. And so they try to reconcile that, and it's extraordinarily hard to do. And so hence they become special, and they don't have to apply the rules, or they have excuses for why they can do certain things and, why it's okay, and it doesn't apply to them. So that would be the cognitive dissonance. So I hope this was helpful. Leave a comment below and let me know if you have any other questions about cognitive dissonance, because it can be a little tricky, but I'm happy to answer them. Got to get back to surgery. Bye.